Hey Oda, Tinakoto, hello and welcome back to Star Citizen. This is my Aurora Mark, and for the previous two videos on my channel it has been the star of my fleet of two, the other ship being the Aurora, the basic Aurora that just comes with the dogfighting module. So this is the only ship that I have owned until now. Zoop! This ship over here is not a 300i, it is not a 315p, it is in fact the Origin Jumpworks 325A, an anonymous donator who has been with the channel for a long time, watching all of the videos and such to do with Starlancer, Freelancer, and of course Star Citizen, has seen fit to go ahead and donate to us $70 US worth of ship. Oh my goodness guys, thank you very much to that person in particular. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. So if we get up really close and personal, you can see, you've obviously been able to tell by now that the metal is actually very black, but you can see right here there's sort of a very dark red kind of trim around the ship that you can see as well. Over here we have the landing legs, as I should say landing wheels. Unlike the Aurora, the 300 series of ships come with these wheels. So yeah, this is the normally this is the top of the line sort of luxury ship for this set of ships. Like the Aurora, this has several variants, as I said before, the 300i, 315p, the 325A, which we have here, and then there's a limited edition one called the 350R, which is a racing ship. If I come around to the back, the 350R would actually have two of these thrusters on the back. It's a limited edition ship, you can't get it, but you can get this one from the pledge store, as I said, for $70 US. That is a lot of money to be throwing at a ship. If you come up way close and personal to these wheels as well, just look at this! There's cords and, you know, you can see the bolts holding things together. It's all detailed, it's all there. Even right up inside here, you can see there's detail as far as, you know, seeing how the landing legs, landing wheels, actually come up inside of the ship here. It is amazing. I don't know what the differences are between the 325A and the normal 300i. I know that with the Mark and the basic Aurora over there, there isn't actually too much of a difference because I looked up the stats. The only significant difference between those two is that red streak of paint on the back of the ship there. Alright, let's go ahead and crack this egg open, get inside and take a look at this thing, baby, from the inside. Press the F key. Down comes a ladder. Now you probably weren't able to tell because I was moving around a little bit there, but there's a little hatch, a little circular hatch thing that kind of opened like that. Nice little details. As I was saying, I'm guessing that one of the main differences between this ship and the 300i is that maybe there's a few extra weapon hardpoints over here. You can see we've got several weapons out the back. This is where the weapons get mounted. Up here inside of these little wing things. Right, let's go ahead and get inside. I'm doing things out of order, just as usual. So you can come up to this ladder, press the F key, and that's going to bring you up inside of the 325A. So here we are inside. One of the things that I've talked about in previous videos is the lighting. You know, the metal is basically supposed to be black, as you can see right over there, but the lighting, for some reason, from some unknown source, is so intense. It is turning the black metal and our spacesuit, as you can see, like white. Crazy. Also, you can't actually stand up properly inside of this ship. You kind of crouch a little bit to get around. Back problems. That's alright. So let's go ahead and take a pretty good detailed tour around here. You can see, first of all, leather interior inside the ship. I think this is the only ship that has the luxurious fancy leather inside of it. Pretty awesome. Got a TV over here for all your TV needs, I'm sure. That'll come in handy at some point somehow. We have the 325 logo over here and over here, just in case you forget what ship you're flying. Fire extinguisher over here, that's probably going to come in handy in those long space flights when you're getting hijacked by people. Ugh. And otherwise, there's not too much going on. We've got oxygen tanks over here, and I believe there's some oxygen tanks over here too. Yeah, so that's a total of 4 of these little oxygen tanks. That's going to keep you oxygenated for a while. Pretty awesome. Then we come up into the main area over here. Got more of this leather. The floor is just pretty basic as well. Again, just this very white bleached, super lighting intensive flooring. And then we come to the main attraction. I've been talking in previous videos how some of the fancier ships in the game have these chairs that swivel around, and this is one of those ships that I was talking about. Let's go ahead and press the F key to get inside of the chair. Swivel around. And here we are. So this is in the cockpit. That actually looks really bad, doesn't it? The texturing on there is so pixelated. That's not normal. That's not normally like that. Don't know what the deal is there. Probably something to do with the low graphics settings I'm playing on. So yeah, this is what the interior of the cockpit looks like, guys. Just gotta say that the actual visibility that you have, with the Aurora, you could actually, you know, if you look down there, you could actually see outside of the ship. But with this ship, you can only kind of see up here and a little bit up above you like this. In the Aurora, you have more visibility. As you'll see, that doesn't necessarily matter if your ship is better in other areas. I've actually noticed that the visibility here in the 325A is actually better than the 300i because they're still at the stage where they haven't implemented all of the ships into Arena Commander yet. There is a 300i over there, and we'll be taking a look at that soon to compare the interiors. But I've noticed that the visibility is better here in the 325A. Like, I can look way up like this. You can't actually do this in the 300i. Alright, that's enough googling over the cockpit. Let's go ahead and press the F key to get out of the cockpit. Doop. Chair swivels around, because hey, convenience is awesome. And let's go ahead and exit out of the store. Press the F key. Can't see much from the inside, but the door's got a very fancy, very detailed animation for coming up. Now if you look over here, you can see a thing that says no step, implying that you're not supposed to be standing right where we're standing right now. But the reason that I want to get over here is because you actually can, with a bit of finagling, if you time it right, you can actually get up on here by jumping and sprinting, I believe. Oh, that was a close one. Yep, there we go. So then we can kind of appreciate from this ship up on top. So there's the cockpit right below us. Let's go ahead and enter this mode. As you can see, this ship is enormous, guys. I mean, you're looking at least twice the amount of ship, probably even 3 times the amount of ship that you have over there in terms of just plain metal and mass and whatnot. You can see Origin jump works there. It's actually very dark, even with the gamma boosted this high. But you should be able to see Origin there. Wow. Up here we have some kind of airlock. Not really sure what this is for. Oh, we've got this view as well, because it still kind of thinks we're inside. But yeah, some sort of airlock job going on if you want to dock with someone in space maybe, or if pirates want to get onto the ship. That's how you get in. Then over here we have some sort of intake. I think there's something to do with hydrogen intake, so you can take in hydrogen in space or something like that. Not sure how that's going to work yet. How the energy systems and stuff, but this is here, and then we can kind of walk along here. And I haven't been able to get up on there. I've tried a couple of times. Haven't been able to get up on top of the very tip of the tail here, but wow. Heaps of ship. Oh, it looks like we've got a bit of a hitbox issue. I'm kind of above the ship here. Sliding down. Oh, there we go. Up on top again. Yes, okay. Well, yeah, so this is a fantastic ship, and this is probably going to be one of these ships that I'll probably be starting the game with. But to be honest, there's a certain appeal in sort of starting, you know, from scratch, right? You know, you start off with your very basic Aurora, and then you work your way up, legitimately with in-game credits, up to a ship like this. That doesn't mean that this ship is gonna... I probably still am gonna use this ship. It's just gonna kind of sit here, and for the most part I probably just want to start with the Aurora Mark, or maybe even just the basic Aurora, if I can get that early on. Well, lag spike. It keeps doing that for some reason whenever I look away from the ship and look back. It lag spikes. I'm not sure what the dealio is. Yeah, that's a look at the 325A. Let's go ahead and run over to the other side of the hangar. And you can see it from here. Yep. Lag spikes again. Is it just... I haven't had these problems before I had these 300 series ships in my hangar. Yeah, there goes another lag spike. I'm so sorry about these lag spike, guys. There's nothing really I can do about it. Basically I've done the most that I can, turn the quality down to low. Pretty much the best that I can do. Still get problems. There's a lot of game here in terms of graphical processing, and there's only 4 ships in this hangar. Other people, you know, have dozens of ships. There is definitely a lot of people like that. Anyway, here's the 300i. So right off the bat you can see one of the major differences is that it's actually got a different paint color, white. So that means we can actually take a little bit more of a detailed look at the polygons, I guess is the term, the shape of the ship. There's a slightly different weapon loadout, if I'm not mistaken. For the most part, things should be pretty similar. Did you see that orange light? Where's that orange light coming from? It's like it's coming from right there. Yeah. There's an orange light kind of spawning right there. What's the deal with that? Doesn't seem to have any sort of source. Oh, okay. Seems like we've got a little bit of a graphical bug. This actually wasn't in the last version of the game, I believe. I think because there was a patch just today that I installed, and it looks like the landing gear has decided to embed itself in the floor. So let's go ahead and take a look at this landing leg instead of that one. Pretty much the same as on the 325A. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. It actually looks a little bit dirtier, sort of implying that, again, that ship over there is sort of a luxury ship, the 325A, and this one's sort of more your standard ship. So as I said in previous videos, if the Aurora in the Star Citizen universe is sort of comparable to a Ford Focus or your basic city car or whatever, then the 300 series is probably sort of more your BMW sort of ship. I believe that was a comparison that was made by the man himself, Chris Roberts. Looks like we've got some sort of intake right here. Danger! That's probably one of the few criticisms that I have about this game. If we go ahead and take a look at the Aurora for a second, you can actually see one of the very first things that you see when you get your new ship. Danger, danger, danger. Extending docking collar. I mean, is it really a good business strategy to put warnings all over the entrance to your ship? I'm not sure about that. They should have those in some sort of manual that you can read, I would say. So let's go ahead and try and spy the hatch opening on this ship. There we go, ladder comes down. Now, I don't think... Whoa! Okay. I did not press the F key to get up, but apparently we're going up. I did not see the hatch actually turning, but you did see it switch. I guess because the ladder was in the way. So right off the bat, the lighting here in the 300i is actually a lot better. It seems to me like that they've done more work with it, probably just because more people own 300i's than 325a's. So the majority of their work goes into the ships that the majority of people own, so these lower tiered ships. But you can see there are several differences in terms of the actual internal textures. For example, over here we don't have any of this leather, instead we've got this weird little plastic things, I don't know what they do. And it looks like, I'm not sure what these things are over here, it sort of looks like there might be some sort of sleeping chambers like you have in the Aurora, but they are very small. Maybe there's some sort of cargo area, I don't know how that would work. This ship doesn't really seem like the sort of ship that you could use to haul cargo. Seems like the majority of it is just cruising around and looking awesome. Actually, if we go out on the wing here, we can see over here. Yup! You can see a lag spike and the Origin logo there. That's the Origin logo, that little eyeball round thing. Not sure what it is, I was just assuming it was a round eyeball. Don't quote me on that. No, but as far as these tanks go, I don't actually think these ones are labelled like in the 325A. They've got a different label, oxygen. Oh wow, they're actually using a real symbol there. That means... that symbol above oxygen means that it oxidizes, basically, is what that means. It's like an O on fire. And the 2 there sort of implies how dangerous it is. Chemistry! I happen to know a little bit about chemistry because I had to study just what these symbols were. Anyway. Danger! Electrical box. Covers must be closed at all times. Not that I can open any of the covers at this point in the game, but good to know, good to know. And I think there's a similar warning over here. It looks the same, yeah, electrical box. It looks the same. Alright. So instead of having that metal flooring in the 325A that I was showing off, we instead actually have what is a sort of a lino carpet thing going on from the looks of it. And I actually like this better. I've got to say, the interior of the 300i looks better. And the only reason that you get the 325A is for the leather. I mean, this is the worst part of it. You're just not having the leather in the ship here. I mean, maybe you could get some sort of package, some sort of optional extra to put the leather in the 300i. Not sure. The chair does not come swiveled around. It starts off that way. And it looks like we've actually got a few warnings on the chair itself. Yeah, look. Can I see these? Danger. Ejection seat. Oh wow, this ejects? I did not see that. How does this get out? Is there some sort of method for escape? I guess there is. Danger, danger, danger. Warning, warning, do not sit in this chair, otherwise it will zap you. Okay, the warnings are all over the show. All over the show. Alright, so if we go ahead and press the F key, that's going to turn the chair around. And it looks like we're going to have a similar problem that we were having with the Aurora Mark, where our head doesn't track with the body correctly. But it should have a very similar, if not identical, animation to... what was it called? The other one. The 325A. So! Anyway, now we get into the good stuff. This is what the interior of this ship looks like. It's much more minimalistic and very much more tailored towards Arena Commander now. Spectrum Match, for me, has been unlocked. I have not played it yet. It got unlocked for me a couple of hours ago. This is the first opportunity that I've had to make a video on Spectrum Match, and obviously I haven't seen this, I'm doing this blind, so that says, fly a custom mission with your friends or with thousands of potential friends. Thousands, eh? We'll see about that. I don't know if it's been opened up to the general public just yet. I'm guessing that it is. I'm guessing that it is, but if it isn't, you'll have to let me know in the comment section because I'm not too versed in the community as it is right now. Anyway, choose whether you'd like to find fellow combatants over the spectrum or join a private game. So we can't join a private match just yet. You can go for a public match. Test your skills against other civilians and citizens. So we are of course going to do this in the 300i because hey, appearances. So this gives you one game mode instead of the 2 game modes that you get in the single player. Oh, hello. I was not aware of this. The email was telling me that we only had Battle Royale, which is every pilot for themselves, but it looks like we've actually got a second mode here. Squadron Battle. Pick a side and go to war. The fight with the most number of kills wins. This one, I'm not sure what I want to do, guys. I think we'll just go for Battle Royale, seeing as that one's a little bit more interesting, but I don't know. We'll just try this out. Just try this out. Now, I haven't played too much Star Citizen off camera yet, so I'm still not all that great with flying. Anyway, so we've got the 2 maps again, Broken Moon, Dying Star. We'll go ahead and choose Broken Moon. It looks like we've got some things down here as well. Time limit of 20. Any units to go with that, guys? Minutes? Seconds? Hours? I'm guessing it's minutes. Minutes would be a little bit more reasonable. Target score of 15,000. Right. Okay. Let's do it. Waiting for available game host. Your position in the queue is 0, of 0. So I guess that means that nobody else is on right now? Right now in the US it is coming into the evening, I believe. So, you know, there should be a reasonable number of people on. Especially if this has been opened up to a variety of people. Well, I'm going to wait here for a couple of minutes, guys, and see if anything interesting happens, but I'll pause the recording and I'll bring you guys back in once something interesting starts happening.
Origin Jumpworks at your service.
Oh boy.
Core system operational. Contact.
So, here we are, we're in multiplayer. Looks like there's a dude over there. Oh, lighting bugs. Low frame rates. As things load in.
Contact.
Okay. Now.
Scan initiated.
There we go. So this dude. Elisabel. Who else have we got? We've got. Silvak 42. Hello, guys.
Shields.
Oh my goodness. Words. And low frame rates.
Stern shielding depleted.
Say what?
Thrusters.
Fire bat.
Have received catastrophic damage.
Have I received catastrophic damage?
Contact.
Oh man, if I could have a decent frame rate, I would play.
Initiated.
Oh boy. Oh boy. It's one of those things where it's like Fraps that's screwing me over here. Because I've been having trouble recording Star Citizen recently. With Fraps. And I've actually been pretty lucky to be able to get what I have already.
Contact.
And now I'm kinda lost the ability to go down. Great. I guess that's because my maneuvering thrusters are dead. I'm going to assume that my maneuvering thrusters have been damaged and this isn't some sort of debilitating bug. But yeah, I definitely think Fraps is the one that's screwing me over here in terms of actually being able to play this. Okay, let's pick the other dude, because he's flying a Origin ship just like us. So, we should be able to actually take him out easier.
Contact.
Yeah, Fraps is screwing me over.
Scan initiated.
You know, I want to keep recording, but I'll bet you if I turn this off for just a second, the frame rate will suddenly be much better.
Weapon system.
Oh dear. And that's death. Perhaps why you do this to me. Man, I am so sorry for this, guys.
For reintegration.
Oh, now it wants to commit a good frame rate, huh?
Origin Jumpworks at your service.
Okay, looks like we've got another dude over there.
Operational. Contact.
Yo. And ejected. No, okay. Okay, so I've been trying to get into a Spectre match several times here, and I haven't actually been able to get in since that first sample that I probably showed you on the video. Normally I wouldn't produce a kind of video with such a low quality piece in it. I actually have to exit out this, don't I? Yeah. But it's the only thing that I've been able to get, and I believe it's probably something to do with just having a low ping or something, because, you know, living in New Zealand. I don't know what kind of data it's sending, how much data it's sending. It might just be too much for the internet connection, it could be the ISP. There's a whole host of reasons. The list of reasons why it could not be working right now is so impossibly large that it'd be almost impossible to pinpoint it. What I'm saying is, we will have to come back to the multiplayer another time. Fraps is on the fritz right now anyway. No idea what it was doing there. I feel like if the frame rate for Fraps was going okay, then I might have actually been able to defend myself. I get the feeling like that dude was just running circles around me and mutilated me. Anyway, once you've been inside of the hangar module, you actually have to crack open the doors. They close on you, they trap you inside. Help me! Anyway, guys, I think that's enough Star Citizen for one day. We need to come back once things are a little bit more stable. I'm going to try, of course, playing a bit of this off camera, and if I do manage to get in again, I'll try and record some of that, and we'll try and put that in the next Star Citizen video. But for now, that's all that we've got time for, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha. Perhaps what are you doing? And I'll see you in the next video.
Contact. 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 Scan initiated. Contact. Proximity alert. Contact. Scan initiated. Contact. Weapon system has received catastrophic damage. Proximity alert. Scan initiated. Contact. Thrust. Origin Jump Works at your service. Core system operational. Contact. Scan initiated. Contact. Refreshing shields. Contact. Weapons.
Radar contact. Radar contact. Standby. Scanning. Radar contact. Radar contact. Radar contact.